Alrighty, this is Decent We the People News. Alright, this video is without prejudice and or without recourse. Okay? I'm not waiving any of my rights, none whatsoever. Alrighty? If I do interrupt this, it's just my opinion only. I'm not an attorney, so therefore I'm not going to give you any legal advice, even though sometimes it sounds like it. Why? Because I'm not an attorney. That's why. Alrighty, there's been a few videos I put out there of showing basically how crooked the family courts are. Okay? And this is more some of what's on the line on this guy. News Now Houston. You guys, hit him up. Subscribe to him. Alright? I seen some past videos because by the time I got involved in this, I didn't know a whole lot about him. And he actually was very good at what he did on police corruption. But I was during the time frame of, it was like a bam, bam, bam. He just kept on getting hammered, the poor guy. Alright? So, if he did not have the right decisions of money that he's had in his lifetime, he wouldn't be able to fight this like average people would be. We'd be already done. We'd be already sentenced, thrown in the pen, and all this kind of stuff for whatever reason. Okay? He's had a couple of battles, but the average people couldn't fight as well as this guy could. Okay? But that just goes to show, how crooked the system really is of all cases. Just saying, all cases. Let's check him out.
Hey, sweet Reese, you know what I'm talking to. So I had court yesterday, and the purpose of court yesterday was to determine who got the jury. So for those of you that don't know, here in Harris County, due to COVID, we're like 4,000 criminal trials behind. I mean, it's ridiculous. Hey, Kathy Franklin. So this is on the case out of Deer Park that involves my daughter. And so we had one guy ahead of us and for getting the jury, and they weren't ready for trial, so we got the jury. The judge called the district attorney and my attorney up to the bench for a conference, and she basically told the DA, she's like, how did y'all even file this case? What are y'all doing, I can't believe you're actually going to take this in front of a jury. It's a loser case. Why are we wasting the court's time? Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, DA made some excuses. Now, for you, those of you that don't know, in Texas, the judge can't dismiss the case. Only the district attorney can. So, I have two lawyers on this case. And one of them was out yesterday sick. He's got COVID. He took the test, and I went with my lawyer back to his office. And while we were there, he gets the call from the other lawyer, and he lets him know, hey, I've got COVID. All right, well, he signed on to my case, which means we've got to let the court know. So my primary lawyer calls the court and says, hey, the secondary lawyer, the co-counsel, has COVID and will not be attending jury selection. So we're supposed to do jury selection this morning. Will not be attending jury selection. But we are ready for trial, and we want to go ahead. We're going to move forward. The district attorney found out that my co-counsel was out sick. In Texas, if a lawyer is signed on to the case, he must appear for trial, even if he's just co-counsel. he must appear. So the district attorney took it upon herself to go to the court clerk and reset the case again. Initially, they set it off till the 15th of September, and then they changed that yesterday to the 29th of September. Now, we're coming up on 4 fucking years that these people have been keeping me from working, keeping me from traveling where necessary. They let me travel a little bit, but right now they're not letting me travel at all. I wanted to go to Uvalde, and the judge said absolutely not. So basically I live off my savings, and think about the average person. How much money do you have in your bank account? How long could you live off of that money? I'm very fortunate. I don't have a lot of bills. Everything I own. And, and I had a substantial amount of money in the bank. And I've made some good investments over time, and that has, proven to been good for me. But what I'm getting at, hey Cass, you duck plucker, I see you, Cass. But, the average person, how long can you, first off, if you were arrested for a crime you didn't commit, you had to post bond. Could you afford to do that? Could you then afford to hire a lawyer to fight the case? This is beyond egregious. You are correct. Anyway, the answer to that is the average person would be cash strapped. Like I said, I'm very fortunate. And when you look at the emails from Deer Park, they make it very clear that they thought I was broke and would be sitting in jail and have to use a public defender and would end up having to take some kind of deal, some kind of plea bargain. And basically I would get screwed. And so what I'm thinking about is all the people that can't afford to hire a lawyer and can't afford to make bond, that's what's happening to them. And that's our justice system now. That's our criminal justice system now. It's wrong. We're going to have to change it. And Shell Refinery's been bought out. Lied to his teeth. I believe it, Truth Seeker. I absolutely believe it. But anyway, getting back to what was going on. So they reset the case to the 29th of September. That's when we picked the jury. And then the actual trial will begin. 4 years this has been going on. So what I'm going to encourage you to do, they don't need to set it off that long. The co-counsel that's got COVID will be over it in a week, 10 days, 20 days. If they could just set this off till the first part of August or something like that, I'd be okay with that. Not a big deal. But 2.5 months more? And keep in mind that as we approach this date for court yesterday, the district attorney is saying, oh, hey, we need to reset till August because I'm not ready for trial. 3.5, 4 years this thing has been going on, and they're not ready for trial. If you're not ready for trial after 3.5 years, you're not going to be ready for trial. They know I'm innocent. They have the evidence. They absolutely know I'm innocent. And in the state of Texas, under the Morton Act, they are required, if they know I'm innocent or believe me to be innocent, to drop the charges. They're not doing it because they are trying to silence me, trying to keep me quiet. And say, well, yeah, but you're just an auditor. I was the most effective auditor out there up until this happened. Not me. You guys. When that mess happened in El Paso where the FBI agents attacked me, do you guys know that those 2 senior FBI agents were both made to retire? And the entire FBI got a new phone system because of you guys calling. There's so much more. It's absolutely insane, the level these people have gone to. I mean, Shell paid the Deer Park police bribes to target me. Bribes to target me. Hold on a second here. Let me fix something. There, took care of it. So, that should tell you something right there. But regardless of all that, I hope you guys, you know, the district attorney is responsible for this. And she's got to be held accountable. And the way we hold her accountable is you vote. And I know I have a lot of subscribers here in the Houston area, in the Harris County area, and we're going to have to do something. This district attorney's got to go. She has this.
And that's what we're dealing with too. And they act like they can get into the clerk and do all these hidden secrets in the courtrooms and all this kind of stuff. So I'm a witness to some of this thing that's been going on. On top of, I've been showing videos about other states doing this to people who can't even afford what he is going through.
Anti-man agenda, anti-father agenda. You know, she's a lesbian, and I don't even care about that. But when you're in that position of power, and you start attacking fathers, and you start attacking men, and misusing that position, you got to go. It's that simple. So, what I'm going to ask you guys to do, hey Rusty, you can find Harris County District Attorney's Office, HCDAO, or that's funny. Harris County District Attorney's Office, or Harris County District Attorney Kim Ogg, K-I-M-O-G-G, Kim Ogg. You can find her on Twitter. You can find her on Facebook. You need to go let her know. And people tell me, well, the district attorney doesn't know anything about your case. Well, it's time that she knows. I believe she knows, because this has been a very high-profile case. And so, did I have $1 million bail? Yes, I did initially. Hey, Mark. It's time, if she doesn't know, it's time to make her aware of it. So I'm asking you guys, find her on Facebook, find her on Twitter, and tell her that she needs to take a look at this case and do the right thing. It's that simple. And if she can't do that, like I said, I know a lot of you guys are local here in Harris County. We're going to start organizing. I'm going to probably be another week or so, but we're going to start organizing, and we're going to start going, getting out in the public, and I'm going to start making people aware of what's going on. I'm going to start showing them documents of what's going on. I'm going to start backing up exactly what's going on here with what's going on. And we're going to show that the district attorney is just as much involved and responsible as those crooked Deer Park cops that took bribes to target me. And we're going to get her voted out of office. It's come to that. I just don't know what else to do. We've got to get somebody into that office that'll do the right thing. And the current administration isn't that. That's not who's there. All right, so, I mean, like I said, I wouldn't be upset if they had moved this off a month, couple of weeks. That's all they got 2.5 more months. You know, we're 4 years into this. And you know, everybody's going to say, a lot of the trolls are saying, oh, well, you know, the reason it took so long is because your attorney kept requesting stuff. The reason it took so long is that we were doing discovery, and the state wouldn't hand over everything to us. They give us, we'd ask for 100 emails, they give us 10. And then next time they give us another 10. Anything they could do to delay this. That's what it's been about all along. Delay, delay, delay to keep me quiet. To prevent me from being out there doing what I do, uncovering crooked cops. And at the point that I get to being able to publish all the documents from this case, the list of informants, all the other stuff that I've got, you guys are going to be pissed. You guys are just not even going to be able to fathom the level of corruption that has been in this case. Like I said, the bribes that Deer Park Police took are just the scratch of the surface. Hold on.
And yeah, the corruption is in there. The last court case I've showed you guys that we're fighting, every time we ask for documents, discoveries, and all that, they've been hee-hawing around. We literally, like a video we showed you, had to get the sheriff involved, call the courts, and all that kind of stuff. So it's just not Harrison, it's everywhere, man. I mean, look at James Freeman. Look what he's doing within the township, and that's not even a court deal, but it is township corruption, right? And look with Megan Walsh, the corruption she has to deal with within Florida. Susan Bassey up in California. I can't think of the other lady, but she's up in California fighting a lot of these things. So yeah, these things are all corrupt everywhere. And Attorney General knows about all that because they are in contract with the 4D. Now, I don't know about his particular case if it's a 4D, okay? Said his kid, I don't know how old the kid is at the time or what all the allegations is on it. I got a little bit of an idea. But anytime there is anything called out as such, when they don't like you, they come after you. When you challenge them, they don't like it. They don't like people smarter than them. They don't like people, dare I say it, they don't like people challenging them. That is the main thing. The arrogance of the government anymore is just pure arrogance. And they do not think they have to bow down to you. I mean, it's only obvious when you ask for a response for cops to apologize when you settle, and they still don't apologize. They may change some type of policy or something like that, but nobody ever gets an apology. Nobody. Or if it does, it's very, very rare.
Yeah, the bribes that Deer Park cops took, that's just scratching the surface. It's just so mind-boggling. But you know what?
I'm gonna pause right there. You guys go to News Now Houston and check him out. And I can't think, I haven't watched him in a little bit now because I've been doing a little bit of studies, and then between the studies I've been doing videos, and I stay pretty busy on top of taking care of my blind grandbaby, and all that. The reason why I've been making these a little bit more videos is because he's on vacation with his other grandparents, and so we had a couple of weeks of vacation from that. All right, and loved the boy so much, it was hell without him, and yet it was heaven without him. You know, it's that catch-22 position, right? Anyway, this is Diesel We the People News. Check him out. He's got earlier videos that kind of hints into what more is going on. I just don't remember a whole lot of details of it. But once again, when he's out asking, he was a really good auditor from what the ones I've seen, and all that kind of stuff. So 4 years is ridiculous. But, you know, for argument's sake, all the courts has to do, to be honest, is the two parents agree on a 50-50 contract deal for life. That's it. And the courts never had to be intervened. But there always has to be somebody out there causing conflict. And from my understanding, on the average is $75,000 for each side to fight a custody battle, y'all. And then if you lose, they want the other side to pay the other side. So I'm just saying. I don't know. You guys decide. Alright, this is Diesel We the People News. Alright? Never, never, never. Just look straight forward. Always look around you to be able to protect yourself by any means necessary. Till next time. Bye, y'all.